Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to guide you through some animal locomotion workouts. So those are exercises based on animal movement. So each exercise is going to be 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off in between each exercise and 30 seconds off in between each round. So I'm going to show you how to do them and give you some demonstration. Alright, so the first exercise is a burpee into a bear crawl and then a side kick through. So we have two options. The first option is a burpee into a bear crawl. That is a low impact, so there's no jump. So you just go down into a bear crawl position, knees slightly off the floor, and keep your knees 90-degree angle bent and your hips 90-degree angle bent. Keep your core engaged, and then you're gonna bring your opposite foot and your opposite leg off the ground, and as you do this you bring your heel that's on the floor of the foot that's on the floor down, and then you're gonna kick through with just your knee this time, not the kick through with the leg, just the knee, and you're gonna make sure that you keep very close your hips to your arm. And then you're going to rotate on the other side and then come back in the initial position. So the second option is the same thing, but this time you're going to jump into a bear crawl position. Then you're going to take your opposite arm or your opposite leg, opposite hand and your opposite leg, and then you're going to do a side kick through. So you're going to create some space so that you can kick through with your opposite leg. And again, make sure that your hip is as close as possible to your arm that's on the ground, to your hand that's on the ground, and then change side and then repeat the movement. So the next exercise is gonna be a bunny hop, so it's gonna replicate the movement of the rabbit. So the first option, you're just gonna do a small hop. So you're gonna use the power of your leg and and then transfer the weight onto your shoulders, and then repeat the movement several times. Keep your core engaged, and then do it the same way on the way back, and then repeat on the way forward again. Right, so the second option, this time you're gonna hop a little bit higher, as high as you can. So you're gonna use the power from your legs muscles, and you're gonna transfer the weight onto your shoulders, and this time the shoulders are gonna come a little bit further than your wrist, and then you're gonna get your hips as high as you can, and then repeat the movement, and then go forward and then back and forward again. Alright, so the third exercise is gonna be a duck walk. So the first option is gonna be like a mini squat. You're gonna start as a mini squat and then walk forward and back with a minimal knee bend. So the knees are gonna be slightly bent, but you're just gonna focus on activating your glutes and your core, and you're gonna walk forward and back during the entire set of the exercise. The second option this time is gonna be a duck walk, much lower, as low as you can, and you're gonna walk forward into a low squat position, and then keep your core engaged, and then walk back and forth again. Alright, so the fourth exercise is gonna be an indie push-up into a back extension with around the world arm forward and back, then a knee push-up on the way up. So you're gonna start on your knees with the hips as high as you can, and your arms extended, a bit like a child pose or yoga pose, and then you're gonna dive down using your shoulders, making sure you're not going horizontally using your pectoralis, but this time you're using the shoulders, so make sure you really dive downward using the shoulders. Then you're gonna get into a cobra position. You're gonna squeeze your glutes and squeeze your shoulder blades Then extend your back, then bring your arms off the ground, and then bring them to the side, then forward, then back to the side, and back to the initial position. Then you're gonna perform a push-up on your knees, so make sure that your hands are aligned with your chest, with your pectoralis. The elbows should be 45-degree angle down, so slightly down, not as a tricep push-up, but a little bit down, and then push back up using your pectoralis muscles, and keep your abs engaged and make sure your back doesn't arch, and then repeat the movement, get back into a downward dog and repeat the movement. Right, so the second option is going to be the same, but this time you're doing it on your toes. So you're going to do a downward dog or a pike position, which is a bit harder. Keep your knees slightly bent, hips as high as you can, and then head in between your arms, and then you're going to dive into an indie push-up and go all the way down into a cobra. Make sure to squeeze the glutes and squeeze your shoulder blades. Then you're gonna extend your back, do a back extension, then bring your arms off the floor and bring them to the side, and then forward and back to the side, and back to the initial position. Then you're gonna perform a push-up, but this time on your toes, and again same thing, make sure that your elbows are 45-degree angles and they're slightly down, and then you're gonna push activating your pectoralis muscles, keeping your core engaged and making sure your back doesn't arch. So this is for the second option. So for the option 1 and 2, you can always mix the exercise. For example, you can do the option 2 indie push-up, but you can do the push-up back on your knees. You can mix them, or you can do the contrary, the push down, the indie push-up on your knees, and then the push back up on your toes. Okay, so the fifth exercise is gonna be a crab reach. So there's gonna be 2 options again. So the first option is gonna be just a crab. You're gonna start as a crab positions. So with the feet slightly further forward than your knees. Make sure you squeeze your shoulder blades and that your shoulders are away from your neck and your ears. So you're gonna start in that position, squeeze your glutes and squeeze your shoulder blades, extend your hips, and then get into a bridge position, squeeze the glutes, and then return to the initial position, and then repeat the movement. Make sure you don't hyperextend your back. Make sure you keep your abs engaged to avoid, to prevent from arching the back, and then repeat the movement, and also make sure to use your glutes instead of your back too much, and yes, so just repeat the movement. Okay, the second option is gonna be a crab reach this time. So you're gonna take one hand off the floor as you do the movement. So you're gonna start in a crab position. You're gonna take one hand off the floor. Again, keep your shoulders away from your neck and your ears. Keep your feet a little bit further forward than your knees. And then same thing, so you start with the hands on the floor. And then as you extend your hips, you're gonna reach back with this hand on the other side. And again, make sure you squeeze the glutes and you don't hyperextend your back. And then you're gonna repeat the movement on the other side, return to the initial position and take the other hand off, and then reach to the other side, and then repeat again the motion. Make sure you squeeze the glutes as you extend your hips and keep your core engaged, and make sure that you don't bend your neck too much, keep your neck neutral, and yeah, just repeat the movement. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments, or message me on any social platforms like Instagram, and I'll be very happy to reply. Also, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to give it a like and a subscribe and share it to as many friends as possible. And yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.